Today we're talking about card magic, and I'm going to show you one of the first routines that I ever learned. By the time we're done here, you'll know how to learn it too. Please join me as we visit the visitor. Alright, we're taking a look at a routine that's been in my repertoire for over 30 years. It's an easy routine, and we'll discuss some of the behind-the-scenes action after I show you the trick. So it starts with a selected card. That's a good one. You might want to remember it. An optional duty, but without that there's very little entertainment value. The initial reveal of the selected card goes in many ways. I usually opt for this. You know what this does? It hurts my finger, but I'm into that, so it works for me. And it makes one and only one card revolve 180 degrees in the deck. The 5 of, I didn't say it would be your card, just one and only one card. It's actually my indicator card, the 5. It indicates I goofed, indicates I messed up. Or maybe 5. Let's give it a, can't hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And oh and behold, it's not actually, it's irrelevant. That's not the trick I wanted to show you. The trick I want to show you uses the 4 kings. Yeah, well, now he's good. I see how. 4 kings, another 4 king card trick. Another 4 king card. Yep, I did that joke. I did it. And a selected card. Ideally, it's signed because this trick is just that good. When I say trick, this is actually more of an illusion than a magic trick. First, we need a reality state, and that will be your card between the black kings going deep into the deck. The illusion happens with the red ones and your card. We make the illusion that it jumps in between the 2 reds. Of course, you know it can't really be there, it just looks good. Now, because your card started between the black kings, and I would usually have the spectator do the dirty work till the internet figures out a way to do that. For your entertainment pleasure. And probably then you'd segue into card to wallet or ambitious or whatever suits your fancy. Alright, that's the routine, the first 2/3 anyway. The last third will be up to your own creative license. And if you don't have a better trick to finish with, well, that's a fine closer too. Alright, so we did 2 effects. The first one, the reveal of the card with the 4 kings. I'll reference this with what I think is one of the best starting books in Magic, the Mark Wilson course in Magic. This is a trick titled The Fantastic 5. This probably has a origin that predates that, but for now I'll just mention the Mark Wilson book, because as far as good easy tricks go, it's hard to beat that one, and you can find this one there. So it's a key card trick. It's a setup. I just have the 4 kings on the bottom with the 5 above that. And I'm trying to be a little vague with allowing room for the Magic students here to soak up what they need to know. Any technical terms I mention should be easily researched in a beginner book or the internet. You can check the description below. In fact, always check my descriptions. I try and be thorough there, and anytime I miss information, I'll drop it down. And while you're down there, subscribe. That makes YouTube happy. So you have a card selected. And when I'm doing this, I usually break the fan and I'll drop the upper half to the bottom just as a key card placement. So in this, our cards, the 8 of clubs, do your hocus pocus and reveal the 5s turned over. You cut the deck at that point, because below that's your 4 kings. Do your jokes about indicating you goofed. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the kings. The 5th card will be the selected card. So that's Fantastic 5 from Mark Wilson's Course in Magic. A great book for anybody that loves the art. And a good card trick. Alright, card trick number 2 is Larry Jennings, The Visitor. This is a beauty of a beaut. The version I'm going to share with you is Frank Garcia's. I discovered this on one of the early Stars of Magic videotapes. Years later, I'd find that he published this in book form in one of his Subtle Card Miracles books. And again, check the description for all that information. So maybe have the card selected, signed, the selected card signed. You'll find these techniques are real simple. If you can do a double undercut and a multiple lift, you can do what's going to happen here. So I like to start with the opposite color. So if it's a black card, I'll put it between the red kings. I just think it's a little more aesthetically pleasing. The trio goes on top of the deck. As you close these cards up, it could go from side or lengthways. You're going to get a break underneath the uppermost king, a little pinky break. Then you begin a double undercut. A double undercut is a beginner's move that anyone interested in this so far probably is well aware of. If not, just search it on YouTube. Begin the double undercut, but pause about halfway through and cut the upper section to the table. You're implying that the red kings have been cut into the deck, but actually just one has been cut there, and left on the top is the selected card with another red king. You'll need a break under these two. You could do it at your side, spreading and catching a finger break. I use the pinky count just because I can. There's a natural break there, and if you want to work with that, you can probably get it, but if you can't do that, just spread. As a last resort, and only a last resort, lift up with your thumb on the back too. You can get away with it here because not as much action should be on this part of the deck. No heat. If you're going to be lifting up, you can't have them looking at the deck there. Subtle tip. So your breaks here, display the black kings, take one onto the deck, take the second one, and then turn over all 4 cards above the break. Looks like I got a bonus ride there. If that happened in real life, I'd just keep rolling. It's good enough. Let me reverse to where we were though. So I'm here. Somehow I got an extra card. 2 black kings, turn over all 4. Show the selected card has arrived. This is the Larry Jennings visitor show. Your first and second fingers are covering the uppermost pip on the red king. So that in this fashion, it looks like the 2 black kings. This is wonderful. It makes me smile every time I do the trick. You'll need a break below the top card of the deck. So while you're showing this here, get your break. That way you can do another multiple turnover of the 4. Spread the top 2. Showing the selection has vanished, and to reveal it between the red kings, you'll want to grab a break somewhere in the center here. This is like maybe I'm tossing them over here and I'm getting my break. Pick up the tabled portion and kiss the bottom portion briefly. That's when you pick up the cards above the break, so that now when you spread the deck, the lowermost portion will have the 2 red kings with 1 card between them. I usually have the spectator remove it, and boom, bada bing bang. Alright, so there we go, the Fantastic Five and Larry Jennings the Visitor, as performed by Frank Garcia. Hope you found something you like there. If you did, hey, hit the like button. If you intend on doing this routine, check the description. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those in the comment section below. I thank you for spending some time with me, and we'll see you next time.